Hello, Doofer911 here. So this video is just going to be a sort of an update video, just to let you guys and girls know what's happening with the channel. And I guess for this video I'm going to be kind of speaking to you as Joss and not as Doofer, for anyone who didn't know. Joss is my real name. So the reason that there hasn't been much content coming out, or any content coming out on the channel the past couple of months really, is that, as you can probably guess from the title of this video, times have changed, and what it all boils down to is that the priorities in my life have also changed. So a few years ago, when I started the channel, when I was living in London, a lot of my free time was dedicated and committed to flight simulation. Now, I've talked about this before on live streams, but for anyone who might not know, I've always had a personal dream of learning to fly, and I never had the means to do so. So I thought that what I could do is I could learn to fly using a flight simulator. I could use a flight simulator as a training tool to get a base level of knowledge to learn to fly, in the hope that one day I would be in a position where I can learn to fly for real. So I started learning how to fly in a flight simulator, and I then got inspired to use my YouTube channel, which I'd started years before I started learning to fly, but I didn't really know what to do with it. I believe it was the famous physicist Richard Feynman who said, the best way of learning something is to teach others about it. So hence why the flight sim tutorial started, and hence why my flight sim videos came to be. And I've been incredibly fortunate that over the years the channel has grown considerably from a few hundred, it was only tens of people who subscribed to my channel at first, and then I kind of found something that which combined my passion for aviation and my passion for video games almost. I could kind of mesh the two together and kind of build this YouTube channel. And as I said, I've been incredibly fortunate that the channel has developed the way it has. Fast forward a few years and we come to 2018, where I decided that my time in London has come to an end, and I decided to move back to Scotland. Now, since moving back to Scotland, my life has changed a lot, and a few months ago, again, I was incredibly fortunate to get a job in the aviation industry, working at my local airport. Since starting that job, it's been since starting that job that I've kind of matured a bit up here, and a lot of things have changed for me. I'm again incredibly fortunate that I work for an amazing company, and I have an amazing boss, and there is a significant opportunity for the company and me personally to grow professionally. So the past couple of months at this workplace have been a bit challenging due to staffing changes. I've ended up having to work 6-7 days a week consistently for the past maybe month and a half. And that's not by force. That was my, due to the staffing changes, it was my decision to work, extra. Because again, it's a great company, it's the aviation industry which I'm passionate about, and I wanted to do as much as I could to help the company. And what's happened is the past couple of months as well is that I've realised, I've kind of matured professionally, and also kind of in my personal life. My priorities have started to change, I guess the easiest way to describe it is that I've got two lives, essentially. I've got Joss, which is my real life, and I've got Do for 911. And living in London, all of my spare time, all of my free time was committed to Do for 911, to learning about my passion, to expanding my hobby of flight simulation, and building my YouTube channel and helping you guys and girls learn about flight simulation as well. And I wasn't really doing much with Joss's life. There wasn't really much happening there. Since moving back to Inverness, times have changed, and a lot of my spare time now is focused on Joss. It's I've kind of restarted my social life. I'm a lot more active, like just physically active now, and a lot of my time and my focus is now on Joss. And now that I've got this job that I really care about, a lot of more of my spare time is committed towards learning things that would help me grow professionally for my job and my work. With my motivation to help the company grow. As I said, there's a huge amount of potential in the company, and I want to grow myself so that I can be an asset to the company, and I can help the company grow and reach the goals and meet the potential of the company and everyone who works there, and kind of just kind of a lot of my focus now is on that. So as a result, spending all of my free time on Joss's life, Do for 911's life has kind of not fallen by the wayside. It's always been there in the back of my mind, but Joss's life has been more of a priority for me, not Do for 911's. So what does that mean ultimately? That explains why there hasn't been much content on the channel, and going forward, it probably means that I won't be making probably any more full-on kind of full-fat tutorial series on different aircraft, which I know is going to be incredibly disappointing. And if it's something that has upset you, or even maybe offends you, I apologise. But this year, the only way I can describe it is that my life has changed, and sort of the things that I want to focus on in my life have changed, and Joss's life and the potential future that sits on this side is bigger, more motivating, and more interesting now to me than Do for 911's life and flight simulation is. That said, I'm not giving up on the channel completely. I do still want to do live streams on the channel, as again, given the past couple of months where I've been working probably more than your average 9 to 5 office job, Monday to Friday, it's not been possible, because I just come back home and I'm knackered, and as I said, I'm working 6-7 days a week at times, so I'm not really I usually feel quite fatigued. I'm not in the mood to then go and do a live stream on top of sort of a full day's work like that. But I don't, once my working conditions changes and the staffing situation changes, I should be back to a kind of a 5-day week, and I'll hopefully have a bit more kind of energy and motivation to do live streams again once that changes. Not exactly sure when that's going to be, but it is being worked on currently, is all I can say. Also, with regards to, I've said in the past that I would love to do a video series of me going through and learning and earning a private pilot's license for real. I still intend on doing that. I'm in a good sort of position now where I'm part of the aviation industry, so I've been making a few contacts. There's people I'm speaking to. There's again more opportunities to do that. Again, money is still the kind of the limiting factor, but that's still something that I fully intend on working towards, and it's now looking a lot more likely than it was, say, a couple of years ago living in London. However, there's still work that needs to be done. I still need to again, I want to kind of settle myself professionally and fully understand what I'm doing and what I'm trying to achieve professionally before I kind of go on and commit to doing real flight training in my spare time. So yeah, I think that's kind of covered the basics of where I've been and what I've been doing and what it means for the future of the channel. If you have any comments or questions, if there's anything I maybe haven't explained that you would like to know about, please leave a comment down below. I will answer them. I know this is the first video I've done for a while, so I'll definitely be kind of keeping a close eye on YouTube to sort of receive your feedback. If you're angry with me, if you're disappointed, if you're upset, feel free to let me know. I can fully understand it, but yeah, it's just moving away from London was the end of a particular chapter in my life, and I'm now kind of at the beginning of what I feel like is the next chapter in my life, and with that a lot of things changes, some things for the better, and some things maybe less, as I said, less focus and energy has to be put in towards them. But as I said, I'm not going to give up completely. I will be doing, I will try to continue to do live streams. At the moment I can't commit to a regular schedule given the current sort of situation, and my work week is not uncertain, but it changes every week. The day off, the rare day off that I get nowadays, changes every week, so I can't really commit to a regular schedule yet. But when I am able to, I probably will come back to do live streaming every so often, occasionally. So yeah, hopefully that answers everything. Again, as if you've got any comments or questions, please let me know. But yeah, hopefully that updates you all. And until next time, God, what's my outro? I completely forgot my outro. It's been so long since I've done it. Gosh, I actually can't remember. I used to have something that I just went, but anyway, I just remember I can't remember how I started, but until next time, take care out there, and I'll catch you all later.